Today we have this True Tone solid state AM radio. That's right, here's your volume knob right here. And you only had the choice of AM because FM did not exist. And what makes it a solid state? Well, I tell you what, your old radios used to look like this. They were massive, took up half of your living room in a big wood case, and they ran mostly on these vacuum tubes. That's right. They used to use these vacuum tubes to control some of the electronics in this big, massive thing. But those tubes went out of favor for these 4-leg gold transistor packs. That's right. I'm pretty sure they are transistors, but you see them there, and they have gold legs, and they have gold on the inside. Absolutely. If you get down in there, there's some mighty fine gold to be had on that guy, and that one as well, along with his friend right there. And then they managed to condense it down to here, which is even more updated, which this is a Sony version right here. You guys can see that IC chip and more of the disc capacitors right here, and you're gonna have your more modern day capacitor aluminum package right here. So they went from that massive thing all the way down. And this guy lands somewhere about in the middle of that technology. I'm not sure, but it's going to have a wire right off to the back. And basically, a lot of these are going to be really, really easy. You just take the wire off, you throw it in your wire collection. There's going to be a couple little screws down inside of the bottom. But yeah, if we look down on that board, that thing is definitely going to have some goodies and some secrets. There's some stuff that I haven't even seen before. So let's get this board out and let's take a closer look. All right, so we got the screws taken out of the board, and what do I do with these transformers? Well, I clip off the wires right here, and a majority of them are going to be copper. A lot of your newer stuff, unfortunately, is going to actually be aluminum, but I tell you what, in this vintage material, I bet my hat that it's going to be copper. Now we're going to take this guy, and there's going to be some tape, and you can cut it with a knife, and you can actually peel it off. And if you crack this guy open like this, you can actually take a hammer and whack-a-do right there at that seam, and this will break apart, and that's how you get all the copper out of your transformers. I know I talk about it, I haven't showed you guys, but I will. So we're just going to keep pulling the board out. Basically, I just keep clipping. There's no point in really worrying about anything or what you're cutting or whatever else, because you're not keeping it. So all this stuff is just going to go into my insulated number 2 wire. You do you. I don't know, some people strip it. That wire is not going to be worth stripping for me, for sure. You're just going to waste your time and you're going to take weight off of it. I guess you do you and experiment with it, but a lot of your insulated wire, if you actually take the insulation off of it, it's going to take the weight off of the wire, and you're actually going to get worse than what would you get if you left it on there. This speaker right here, again, is just going to go in your shreds pile. It'll go for your shred steel, and prices are up on steel right now, so for sure. And you end up keeping all of your screws, and you just put them in a pile, you throw them in one of your old microwaves, and you're done did. You're on your way. What else are we going to do with it? Well, we're going to take these wires off and throw it again with that wire number 2 over there. Actually, this solder on the back of it, especially on older vintage, is going to have a high percentage of silver. So a lot of my vintage boards, especially like this guy here and stuff like that, I don't get rid of them. And when you're breaking these legs off, those legs go all the way through. They're through pin design and they fold over. So you're actually, if you flush cut them right there on the edge of that board, you're going to leave behind at least a third of that pin. It may vary a little bit, but I tell you what, why do you want to get rid of a third of your gold? So pay attention to what kind of boards you have, because through pin design makes a difference. And that's the majority of what you're going to find when you're working with this vintage material. But for all you guys that know the green boards that you get out of computers and such, those are printed circuit boards, PCBs, and those are a little different to depopulate. So now we're working on getting this faceplate off, and so you just take that nut off for all you guys that haven't done this yet, and that nut's going to prevent you from actually getting this guy off of there. You'll find them on the back of your TVs and electronics with audio, especially in video, especially when you're pulling on those cords like that, the coax cables and whatnot. They want to make sure it sticks around. So anyways, this is going to be shred steel. I don't know what's really in these boxes as of yet. I know some people have mentioned some stuff in there, but if you guys know what's exactly inside of these tuner boxes, why don't you drop a comment down below, because I know there's going to be some brass, but I'm not sure if there's going to be some silver to be had. Maybe even some gold. Who knows? I don't know, but it looks like it's got a lot of workings inside of there, so we may have to take that guy apart. But again, so we took that bracket off, and you're going to have one of these switches here, and this switch, the contacts inside this switch will break it open. It may actually contain gold, but most likely it'll contain silver. But hey, if it does, that's a bonus for more silver material. So here's the inside of that switch, and it has a little brass cam right there, and as you turn it on, it would actually correspond inside of the switch here, and it would flick this little guy right here, and it'd go tink, and then when you flicked it, it would actually make the contact between these two contacts right there at the bottom of your screen. So I know this is going to be brass. I highly doubt there's any reason for that to be gold, but that little triangular plate underneath of there really does, it may actually be gold. There's no reason for me to think it's not, because they needed to make that connection inside of there. So we're going to pull this off and try to get this without it flying all the way across the shop. You know the name of the game and how that works. But hey, that might actually be a little gold-plated piece right there, and I'm not sure exactly how it's going to come out. So we're going to try to get this out peacefully. So after getting those contacts cleaned up, turns out it's going to be silver, which is actually pretty nice. So I mean, you would think so there'd be a reason for it to be silver. It's silver plated brass because it's got to make that connection in there. But hey, that's another little score for your silver pile. So now we have that little tuner box that's hiding back here. It's soldered to the steel, but that just pops off. And again, that's going to go into your scrap steel. I'm not sure what's going to be in this tuner box. I haven't really cracked one of these guys open, but it sure does look like there's going to be layers of something in there. Again, I don't know what it is or if it's even worth trying to get into, but they're little teeny tiny screws and nuts and bolts for sure in there. But we're going to crack this guy open and check it out. I think there's just going to be a bunch of plates of copper in there, and that's kind of how it would tune in your radio. All right, so we got the clear plastic off. I'm not sure really what's going to happen with this guy as soon as I start taking it apart, so we're just going to film it. These guys are definitely spinning. I don't think they're supposed to spin all the way out, but hey, we'll find out if they go flying across the shop or not. But it looks like it's just spinning in there, so I'm not really sure what all is going to be in there because it's definitely not coming off. I think this is actually a clip. I'm not rightly sure, but these guys are even smaller to deal with. And it's hard to even keep them in frame and see exactly what you're doing on these guys. But I'll get these 4 little nuts taken care of and we'll go from there. All right, so let's see what happens. I have no idea what's going to happen when we start pulling apart this guy. But let's see what's in there. I don't know. I know there's going to be a little bits of brass and everything, but look at that. So what is that? Is that going to be gold plated inside of there? For sure. You guys leave a comment and let me know, because I have hundreds of these guys laying around, and I don't know if it would make sense to actually have gold inside of there or not, or if that's just really clean brass. I have no idea, but that's part of the game, is you guys just go around and you explore and you figure out exactly what you're doing. And sometimes you might not have the proper tool to get into it, but hey, you figure it out, because some of this stuff is actually really it's just neat and fascinating, some of the little designs and what actually has to happen in order for this stuff to work the way it did. And now here's a bunch of plastic, and there's going to be a bunch of little thin layers of copper apparently, and that's what controlled the frequency and how it would go through there. So that's what this guy is, I think, is going to be about all the way through, unless these plates are plated in silver, which I doubt it. I think they're just going to be steel plates and some copper, and there's going to be some brass, which is still pretty darn cool in my book. You find a bunch of little neat little things, but I think that's all that's going to be, is a little bit of brass, a little bit of copper. Again, I don't know about these right there, but why don't you guys drop a comment and let me know. There may be a point behind them being gold. I have no idea. All right, now we're to the main board, or whatever you guys want to call it. You're going to have a couple capacitors. There's a ceramic something or another right here. I don't mess with ceramics right inside of my little shop here, but this is going to be one of your aluminum capacitors. Again, so it's a little newer than what I thought it was going to be, because you have these form of transistors right here, and these 3-legged guys will have some gold in them for sure, and you see them all over the board. And if you look down in there, these guys have their own secrets. So I tell you what, I'm going to depopulate as much off of this board as I feel comfortable. All right, so we got that board cleaned off. What do we have? Well, we got a little bit of steel. It's going to go in your scrap steel pile for sure. And then we're going to have some copper bearing material right down in here. That's right. So this was that transformer. It had the metal ring around it. I took it off. And this is another smaller version, exactly the same. And here's one that's actually broke down minus this stuff right here. So what you're going to see is you're going to see these little steel plates, and they're in the shape of an E, or in the shape of a U, and they kind of go together around this whole unit right here. So once you hit hit that with the hammer, it'll pop off, and then you just snip this guy in half right here, and all that copper wire comes off there. So they're pretty simple, pretty easy. Once you get into the bigger ones, like for the microwave and stuff, they get a little more complicated, but same process. You just whack a dude with a hammer, and these guys will come off rather nicely. So what else are we going to have? Well, we have some of the gold and silver potential materials. So let's get down in there. So you're going to have the 3-leg transistor packs right there in the center of your screen, and these are each going to have a little gold bond wire that represents each one of those legs in there for sure. And so you're going to have those ceramic disc capacitors. The older vintage material will actually have some silver in those guys for sure. Do not pass them up. This is what I thought was going to be ceramic, and it turns out it's potted plastic. What am I talking about it being potted? A lot of your material is going to have this little resin inside of there, and I'm not sure what this guy's going to have. Sometimes they have a little bit of copper. These are going to be your resistors. A lot of the times they really do not have any material in them whatsoever, but there will come occasions that you will find ones with gold ends on the side of them. So I usually snap them off to look. Unfortunately today there is no such luck. And then we're going to move on. We have another form of resistor. These are actually wound copper wires inside there. So, and they got a little ferrite spool down the center of it, and you break them open, and they actually have a little bit of copper wound inside them. These guys, they threw me for a loop. I'm not exactly sure what they are. I know they're a form of resistor. Unless there's some form of a strange tantalum capacitor I had no idea about, why don't you guys let me know? And we're going to have a pretty nice little chunk of brass. Absolutely, these guys, unfortunately, we're not going to be gold. But it adds up, and the brass is going to get melted this summer for sure. And you're going to have a few little thin foils of copper that came out of that clear tuning box that we had. And what else? Yeah, you're going to have some silver right there. These came out of the contacts and came out of the switch and things like that. And that sure does absolutely add up. And now we have these two bloopy guys. Yeah, that's right. I'll call them whatever I want. You know why? Because they have 3 gold legs right there. They're probably a transistor pack, but hey, whatever. The reason why I left them on the board is because they're through pin design again. So if you're going to go clip these guys off, you may end up actually taking a third of your gold away from this material. So I leave them on the board, and we'll run them through, and we'll get all the silver solder and everything off, and we'll get these guys as well, because I save these guys just the same as I will save these guys on the board as well, because again, they're through pin design, and you're not going to want to give up that gold because there's so much, and people see these and don't think there's a lot in there, but there sure is. So was it worth taking apart a completely random electronic we found for free in the garbage? Well, absolutely. We got some free silver. We got some gold potential right here. We're going to have some free copper in that guy. And we already know we have some visible gold in these guys as well. So I tell you guys what, if you're learning anything new or having fun hanging out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. To all my subscribers, thanks a lot for hanging out with me today. For my wife, I love you. And for my kids, go wash your face.